What's up, everybody? This is Mr. Second Passport checking in from Loja, Ecuador, where today we're going to compare Loja to Cuenca for expat living, right? We're going to take a few points and decide. First of all, when it comes to costs, Loja wins. It's a good 20-30% cheaper on all the major things like food, housing, and transport compared to Cuenca. But both are pretty cheap. Next up, weather. Now, the weather in Loja is at a little over 2,000 meters above sea level compared to Cuenca, which is a little over 2,500 meters above sea level. Loja's a tad warmer, but they're pretty comparable. They're both mild mountain climates here in Ecuador, and and for me, Loja is a little bit wetter due to its proximity to the Amazon, I think, compared to Cuenca. So for me, Cuenca wins, even though it's just a few degrees cooler due to its more elevation. But for me, the weather in Cuenca is just a little bit nicer. It often has it's misting in Loja, you know. It's just not very fun sometimes. When it comes to food, right, the next point on our list, for me, Cuenca wins because of the international options that are available due to all the expats that have been there for over 10 years plus. In Loja, the options are quite limited. You know, you're pretty much stuck to Loja food, which is pretty good, and Ecuadorian cuisine. There's not much international available. Things to do and single life, I actually give the nudge to Loja because of the proximity to the Amazon, which is super cool. You're just about an hour away. In the other direction, you're near Vilcabamba and Malacatus, where a lot of locals like to go pass the weekend. And there's just a lot of neat things to do in the surrounding areas. But it's pretty comparable to Cuenca, to be honest with you. So that's kind of a push as well. I've found Loja slightly better because you really don't need a car due to the size of the town and how incredibly cheap taxis are and plentiful. It's just easier to get around Loja compared to Cuenca. In both places, there isn't really much of an Uber presence. So for me, Loja wins that as well. So if I had to choose between Loja and Cuenca, I would still probably choose Cuenca, to be honest with you. It's just a bigger city, a little more things to do. It's a little more aesthetically pleasing. I personally like the weather a little bit more than Loja, where Loja is a little bit wetter, right, than Cuenca. And you just have better food options. The cost of living is comparable in both places, although slightly cheaper in Loja. When it comes to things to do, probably within the city itself, Cuenca probably wins. So for me, I would choose Cuenca over Loja. I'm Mr. Second Passport. If you like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button below. Take care.